Hey guys, what's going on? Happy Monday. Welcome to week 4 of remote learning. And I know that today is a little bit different of a day because today we're actually supposed to be on spring break. Well, we are not. We are doing some digital learning. But I promise that it's not going to be anything too overbearing for you guys. I'm going to keep it pretty simple so you guys still can get a break in there. I'm going to try to organize some fun stuff this week that we can do together so we can kind of see each other, check in what's going on, and actually talk about what we've been learning, because that's actually a big part of what we're going to be doing today. But also I hope that everyone had a really nice Easter yesterday for those of you who celebrated, and for anyone who celebrates Passover. I hope you enjoyed your weekend as well. But today we are going to be adding to our painted essays about the perspectives of the American Revolution. Now, you guys might be thinking, like, why do you have the painted essay chart up? And well, I had the painted essay chart up because that's where we're starting today, because we've done some of this, we haven't done other parts of it, so we have to figure out which parts we need to still do. And if you guys are up to date on everything, you have already done your proof paragraphs, one British paragraph, one colonist paragraph. So that leaves us with your introduction and your conclusion, okay? And now, if I do the old voila, you'll see that I'm set up for introductions and conclusions today. It's floating around my basement right now. Anyway, so we are working on introductions and conclusions today, and today is actually lesson 8, and today is the last day of our focus question. What are the perspectives of both sides in George versus George? We've had a good run. It's been 8 lessons, probably like at least 12 days of learning with that same focus question, so you will be missed. But just because we're leaving our George versus George question doesn't mean that we're not going to keep going. We have another text coming up tomorrow, and we're going to have a new focus question, and as always we'll have new content framing questions and new craft questions, but we're still going to be focusing on the big picture of understanding why we need to see both sides of a story, okay? And propaganda and bias and all that fun stuff. But for right now, we need to do introductions and conclusions, okay? So, I asked the question, what are the parts of a good intro? There are 4 parts of a good intro. And originally on my first chart, if you guys think back to the first video we did about the painted essay and everything, and this is why I threw the chart, because I said 4 sentences. It has to be a little bit different. Also, that's because our focus statement and our thesis statement in itself is 2 sentences, so that throws off everything. But we're looking for 4 parts of a good intro today. The first one is the hook. The second one is the thesis or focus statement. And then you have a point 1 and a point 2, because we have 2 proof paragraphs already, one for the British and one for the colonists. And as you can see, I kept the theme going. The British are in red, the colonists are in blue, and it is as beautiful as it can get. Now, the one part I'm missing is my hook. I left the hook blank because A, you guys have to do some work, and B, it's up to you. What you think is creative, what you think is going to grab a reader's attention, because that's what a good hook does. It makes a person who's never seen this before, doesn't even know about the American Revolution, want to read your work. And if you start off with, the American Revolution was really interesting, I don't want to read that. No one's going to want to read that, because you know what that's going to do? Put somebody to sleep. Okay? I want you guys to reach out there and grab me practically by the nose, pull me in, make me interested, okay? Grab that net, pull me in, and let's go. Treat me like a big old fish. Make me want to read your essays, because guess what? I have to read 26 of them, and please spice them up a little bit, okay? And actually, just to reinforce that, I'm going to put a little pepper emoji. If I can get this marker to work, right next to the hook, just as a reminder to spice up your writing, okay? And plus, I've already done all the hard stuff for you. If we were together, we would have been coming up with these on our own, but I'm just giving them to you, consider this my Easter Bunny present to you guys of just giving you the rest of your introduction after you make your hook, okay? So now, hook. I'm gonna change hook. I'm gonna make this pinkish color. But if I'm creating a good hook, and I know I'm writing about the American Revolution, I want it to be something that involves both sides, so I stay neutral, but also make it relevant to the story. Okay, so now you can start off with a question. You can start off with an interesting fact. It's completely up to you. Okay, so I'm going to start off with, in the 1700s, America was not a free country. Okay? But I'm also going to add a little bit more. I'm going to add why it wasn't a free country. Okay? America was controlled by a leader across the Atlantic Ocean, and it caused some problems. Okay, so just by saying that in the 1700s, America was not a free country. People might not know that. And then the second part is America was controlled by a leader across the Atlantic Ocean, and it caused some problems with an exclamation point. And because the part that really hooks the reader in here is that, and it caused some problems, because clearly when people have problems, when people have drama, you want to watch it. Think about any TV show you watch or anything like that. It involves drama, and this is the first great drama, the American Revolution, okay? So then it leads right into your thesis. The two sides of the American Revolution were the British and the colonists. So my hook leads into our thesis statement that you guys are going to use as well. You guys are also going to use point 1 and point 2. The only thing you have to come up with today is your hook. So let's read this together. In the 1700s, America was not a free country. America was controlled by a leader across the Atlantic Ocean, and it caused some problems. The two sides of the American Revolution were the British and the colonists. Each side had their own perspectives and reasons for fighting the war. Point 1. King George and the British wanted to keep control over America. Point 2. George Washington and colonists wanted independence from Britain. Okay? So when you guys are putting this on your draft sheet, you're not going to have hook, you're not going to have thesis, you're not going to have point 1, point 2. You're going to just put all the sentences together like you would a normal paragraph. Okay? So that's your first part for today. That is your introduction. Now we need to focus on your conclusion. Okay? Your conclusion is a little bit different. Let me just put a little line down here. I make a quick note about your conclusion. So, conclusions the conclusion I'm going to tell you right now is your intro, is your introduction, but it does not use your hook. Okay, it wouldn't make sense, I'm going to move this back for you, it wouldn't make sense to use your hook at the end of your writing, because you've already drawn the person in and you want to just have it end on a nice note. So it's introduction, but it does not use your hook. Instead, make the last sentence a sum up sentence. Okay? And it could be just a very easy, and this is why the two sides fought, or this is how the colonists gained their freedom from the British, whatever it might be. This is how America became a country. However you want to sum it up, you're going to sum it up. But it needs to be something that closes out your writing in a clean, nice way, okay? We've done sum up sentences. Guess what? For every race response you've done this year, it's hard for me to see where the camera is. Oh, there it is. Every race response you've had a sum up sentence, okay? So just kind of bring it all to a close, put a nice bow on top of it, and end your writing, all right? And since today is Monday, and I'm going to have your actual essays due tomorrow on Tuesday, okay? So you need to have your full essay to me by Tuesday. You can keep it right in that Word document that I've given you with the breakdown of all 4 paragraphs, so that is totally fine. But it is due tomorrow, Tuesday, by Tuesday night, okay? And here's the thing. You've already done your proof paragraphs. I just gave you the intro, except for you to come up with your own hook, and you're going to recopy this all for your conclusion. It's not very difficult, all right? I know you guys can do this. I expect to be reading great essays. The proof paragraphs I've already seen have been very good. You guys use great evidence, and I'm excited to read the rest of these, okay? So please put them all together and get them to me on Tuesday night, all right? Tomorrow night. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow, and see you later. Bye.